Good morning, Johto. My name is Lane here at the Goldenrod Radio Tower, bringing you your weekday news for Pokemon Go, Pokemon TCG, and a little bit of Scarlet and Violet as well. Well, this is going to be a weird show for you today and tomorrow because we had the guests on Monday, and usually it's Friday. We've been setting up some guests for future weeks. We'll see what happens. It's a radio show. You never know what's going to happen. If you'd like to find more Good Morning Johto, you can follow us on Twitter at GMJ. You can follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Good Morning Johto. We stream every single Easter night around 10:30 Eastern-ish, Sunday through Thursday. We will do some GBL battles and then just get ready for some Good Morning Johto live for those there right now. Now, we also been uploading to YouTube every single day for the show as well. Usually that goes up a few hours later just because thumbnails are a thing. Well, thumbnails that you have are a thing, but also thumbnails for the video and just getting everything kind of put together because YouTube is new. We're a bunch of audio radio people. Video is really different for us. Am I right, Jeff? This is just something that Jeff in the booth here just never one wants to talk, just wants to edit audio and video, no video, just audio, and get it all out of the way. So you can find that on our YouTube. We're stumbling through some stuff just to get used to it, but you can find us there. You can send us an email, goodmorningjohto@gmail.com. You can be a part of our little Discord family where we'll talk about this, because I did put out a question of the week. It's basically, is anyone excited for the McRib? They announced the McRib is back. I feel like they always say, hey, everybody's excited for the McRib, and I hear no one's excited for the McRib. As of right now on Twitter, people are excited for the McRib. It's not even a rib. It's barely Mick. So go vote for that, and we'll talk about that in our Discord a little bit. If you'd like to support the show, you can by 3 ways. That can be by giving us a 5-star review, or however honest you want to tell us about the show, wherever you listen to it. You can help us out on Patreon, patreon.com/Good Morning Johto. Shout out to our interns, Nick, Jamal, Paulie, and Green Tea, with Mikey, our board operator, and our special senior producer, Jesse, for helping make that show run. If you want to be like them, go join our Patreon, as little as $1 hair. You can also support our show by getting the Good Morning Johto Java Blend. We have a few bags left that you can get over, you can get it in our show notes, and that'd be a good way to kind of just support the show. Let us know what you think about the coffee. It's US only right now, but I'm going to try to see if we can get that opened up to some international, but I don't know. So, one weird thing. Basically, the U.S. government doesn't consider coffee food until milk's involved. So right now, it's just beans. And they don't consider it food yet, I guess, in some laws, which is weird. So it's just trying to figure that out nationally or internationally just to see what people think of that. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and get into some Pokemon Go news. Shout out to our interrupting Ludicolo, who only likes showing up on live and on YouTube, not in podcast form. I don't know. Because Ludicolo, this is a great segment to get into. Ludicolo says they're basically a part of this event tomorrow. Let's go over it. Well, no, it's no longer tomorrow. It's today. 10 a.m. today, running through Monday, October 9th. We're getting ready for some Detective Pikachu. Now, Ludicolo's earlier form, Lotad, is going to be in this event in a wild encounter. Can be shiny. Pikachu is getting that Detective Pikachu hand, and Raichu is as well. Can be shiny, and Slowpoke is getting its own cowboy hat, but they're just calling it a hat because they don't really want to call it a cowboy, I guess. 2 double XP for spinning stops during the event. If you're like me with a Go++, then spinning these stops all day is going to help a lot. Trainers can have surprise encounters with Pikachu wearing a detective hat once a day. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4 attempts on the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th. 5 attempts. Let's learn to count, Lane. Wild encounters are going to be Pikachu wearing a detective hat, Growlithe, Magikarp, Lotad. I said Lotad. There we go. Executor Alola, Slowpoke wearing a cowboy hat, Xantu, Chimecho, Bronzor, Phalanx, Ducklet, Blossom, and Cutiefly. All of those can be shiny, and we forgot to have you guys on YouTube be able to look at it. Or y'all, as I like to say. So, Lotad is Ludicolo is super excited for that. The only ones that can't be shiny are Xatu, Phalanx, Ducklet, Blossom, and Cutiefly. Some really cool ones there. Field Research, which we'll cover here in a second, we'll be able to get Sudowoodo, Snivy, and Rowlet. We got from the Pokemon Go Hunter on Twitter how we get those. So for Field Research, is catch a grass type or catch a Pokemon with Weather Boost. You can get a Sudowoodo that can be shiny. Snivy, you can get by either catching a flying type or taking a snapshot of a wild water type Pokemon. Catch a water type or catch a psychic to get a Rowlet, which can't be shiny, which is a crime. I cannot wait for that shiny. Detective Pikachu returns field research task from Pokestops. Step 1 for this field research, for the event exclusive field research, spin 5 Pokestops or gyms, complete 3 and 6 field research tasks, explore 1 kilometer, earn a candy exploring with your buddy, and you can all get Detective Pikachus as that. We got Carterson in the chat saying it's a fedora, thin black white line, PI films. That makes more sense on the... Let's go back to look at that Slowpoke. Yes, you are all right. Because it is... Yeah, maybe it is more of a fedora. We gotta get more of the zoom. We need an official comment from Niantic on that. This Pokemon is known for green accents, but it's a type of Pokemon that's been appearing around here recently. It also peddles in deception. You might say it's known for what it seems. Professor Willow gives the clue above, and you must choose the correct path between Sudowoodo, Snivy, and Rowlet. Step 2 is spin a Pokestop or gym to get a Detective Pikachu, but if you choose the incorrect path, you only get 25 XP. That starts today at 10 a.m. your local time. Now, we do have the switch up for GBL tomorrow. Let's go ahead and cover that, because we've been really liking the Sunshine Cup. We've been streaming it every night. I like it more than Psychic Cup, one, because my team was a little better. Our team, well, yeah, we'll talk about our team right now. It is Pidgeot, Dunsparce, and Vigoroth has been nuts. Pidgeot is the lead, the safe switch being Vigoroth, and basically pulling out the broom to sweep up some of the teams is the Dunsparce. It has been crazy. Big fan of Dunsparce. Didn't know I liked it that much. But let's go ahead and talk about what we're switching over to for Go Battle Weekend this weekend. More details on yesterday's show. We have Open Gray League, Open Ultra League, and Master League. Let's go over the top 10 for each of those. In 10th place in Gray League, we have Steelix, followed up by Shadow, Poliwrath, and Swampert. But Shadow Swampert is just right ahead, while the new Gligar takes, basically coming out of nowhere during all these GBL changes this season, with Gligar in 6th, Registeel in 5th, and Shadow Gligar in 4th. Still trying to get mine. You can get these in Shadow 1-star raids that have just been running around local, just in your gyms. Usually I can find those more than I can regular 1 or 3 stars. Then it becomes some XL. So we got XL Lickitung, XL Carbink, and XL Medicham. That Carbink, super fun, but also just, you gotta get a lot of stuff for it. Let's see if there's any honorable mentions that I want to talk about. Greedon has been popping up. That's in 25th place. Guzzlord in 27th. Tomorrow we're talking about the switch up we talked about the raids and counters yesterday. If you didn't hear about that, it can be soloed. I gotta see if Guzzlord is one that you have to trade to a trainer that you don't have a high friendship with, and I don't know if you're able to get the low enough CP for Great League, but Guzzlord is soloable and now available to be shiny. Passimian is one in 33 that you don't see all the time. I want to know, I've been wondering this. Rotom, Wash, Frost, and Mo are in the 600s. I just didn't know if it's actually just good in anything. I was thinking about that earlier today. Let's go over some Ultra League, which we hopefully will be able to try on the stream if we have some stuff built and enough Stardust. We have in 10th place, Shadow Regirock. Giratina in 9th place. Shadow Registeel in 8th with a complete form Zygarde in 7th. Who the heck has one of those? Those people, I can't believe people have those. Those are nuts. Shadow XL Steelix in 6th with a Regirock in 5th. 4th is Cresselia with a Cobalion in 3rd place. I think Regirock, I'm going to go back to 5th. Oh no, let's complete the list here. Crazy. Steelix in 2nd XL and Registeel XL in 1st. Regirock, I believe, is still in the raids for Shadow with Giovanni until the end of the month, I believe. Don't quote me on that. 99% sure. 99.9% sure. We're going to go with that. For other one, Tapu Fini, of course, in 14th. Shout out to Inhoff, friend of the show. Auroras in 15th. Gliscor's even tearing it up in Ultra League. Ultra League, I'll tell you, the team that we played last time around in the season is Galisopod. That thing with Araquanid was super cool. Buzzwole, yeah, I just love any of this stuff. Helioisk, sweet. Let's go over Master League that maybe one day in 10 years I'll have stuff for. In 10th, we have an XL Rayquaza with the Meloetta XL in 9th. These are all going to be XLs. Kyurem in 8th with a Shadow Mewtwo in 7th place. This thing is crazy with a double Legacy move and Side Strike and Shadow Ball. Xerneas with Geomancy in 6th with Dragonite in 5th and 4th with that Dragon Breath, Dragon Claw, and Superpower. We have Giratina in 3rd with a Groudon XL in 2nd place. Zygarde complete XL form in 1st place, taking over with that Dragon Tail, Crunch, and Earthquake. Short list today for the Pokemon Go fam. This is one that we just we cover a lot of stuff this week, and having a guest. We cover the Harvest Festival for next week too. We'll go over that again on Monday to refresh everybody. We'll go over a lot of the City Safari stuff tomorrow just to refresh everybody because that is happening this weekend. So even if you're not going, you can see what kind of people are getting that are going. Now, we'll go ahead and jump into the TCG, and I may add the advertisement to the end of the show just because we have that pre-recorded during our, basically we call them sales weasels. That hasn't been every radio station I've worked in. We've called them sales weasels. So we'll get that pre-recorded ad added to the end of the show for the podcast version that will go up a little later. Now for TCG, I think it's still around the time the Shuffle Squad is doing the late nights. So let's cover some VGC. Where we saw it. Yeah. On the 1st, we have the Spear Pillar with the Peoria Prep with 118 trainers. Peoria, I believe, is this weekend. Let's go over that top 8. In 8th place, we have Gyarados with Rapistrike Urshifu, Hisuian Arcanine, Tornadus, Rillaboom, Fluttermane, and Ogerpon. We'll go with that one. 7th place, Duxelmon with Dragonite, Chinpal, Fluttermane, Chi-Yu, Dodonzo, and Tatsugiri Stretchy Form. In 6th place, Gyotis with Call Adam from Lord Up with Iron Bundle, Talonflame, Iron Hands, Rapistrike Urshifu, the Matcha Sinisty, Chinpal. In 5th, Bobbio 2. What happened to Bobbio 1? With the Alolan Ninetales, Rillaboom, Landorus, Therian Form, Baxcalibur, Heatran, and Ogerpon. Man, it's going to stop me every time. St. Joppa in 4th place with Fluttermane, Ogerpon, Chinpal, Landorus, Therian Form, Heatran, and Iron Bundle. And then Lycos in 3rd with Fluttermane, Rillaboom, Tatsugiri, Ogerpon, Dondonzo, and Glamora. What a cool one. Aura Rayquaza with that 10-2 finish with Iron Bundle, Landorus Therian Form, Amoonguss, Ogerpon, Fluttermane, and Tornadus non-Therian Form. In 1st place, Michael Derbeast with 11-1 with Chi-Yu, Fluttermane, Amoonguss, Landorus Therian Form, Iron Bundle, and Iron Hands. I wanted to cover this because we haven't done it in a while to cover all the DLC Pokemon that kind of was snuck into. So I know the Ogerpon was definitely added in after. I don't know which ones were from the other games that got it in, not just the new ones. Someone played with a Clefairy in 15th place. Wild. I love it. So that is everything for Pokemon today. We were able to cover some VGC. We'll get back to some of the TCG tomorrow. Shout out to Jeff yesterday who was able to get us a Mega Gengar sound of the day today. Jeff, for all of our podcasters, what is the sound of the day? Thank you to Jeff and all of our wonderful listeners over on the podcast form of the show. Thank you to all of our wonderful watchers live on Twitch and all you wonderful trainers over on the YouTube. Now, throw it over to Jeff to play the ad of the day. And trainers, all of you watching in live, you go have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning for the Friday show of Good Morning Johto. Bye.